This podcast is for fellow little sisters,
only children who wish they had a little sister, older siblings who miss their little sisters.
We're just your little sisters. Unhinged,
Unpaid, unstoppable. Little sisters, big opinions. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is Ashley,
Shelly, and Tori.
Welcome to the Little Sisters Big Opinions podcast.
Welcome back, everyone.
We're going to devote this next episode to something very near and dear to at least me and Michelle's heart. We're talking about Disney World and Disneyland. Okay.
Mostly world.
Mostly world. So we're going to start off with a couple of questions. The first question is, what's the ride you have to go on when you get to Disney? And I'll emphasize world. Michelle.
Magic Kingdom. Like when we get to Disney World, but are we at Magic Kingdom?
I think you decide. If you were in Orlando and you could go to any Disney park, which park would you pick because of the ride you need to go on?
I don't know. I think it's just classic and to get me in the mood for Disney, but I think Magic Kingdom, Big Thunder Mountain.
Oh, interesting.
That screams Disney to me.
Okay. I would say Magic Kingdom. And if I couldn't do anything else, and I know this sounds so lame, but just it brings so much joy into my heart, is the People Mover.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Pirates too. That would be a good one.
Well, I know.
No, maybe not the first. Okay, I take that back.
No,
I just like that one.
I know a lot of people will come after me for this. I feel like I say that every episode. If I had to skip any rides, it would. So first of all, it would be the Jungle Cruise. I refuse to go on.
Oh, I get that. I skip it a lot, but sometimes it can be fun.
I refuse to go on it, period. Okay? And then possibly I don't dislike Pirates, but I could decide not to go on Pirates. I feel differently about it in Disneyland, which is interesting. But
oh, the Disneyland one is better.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And Tori, do you have a ride in mind?
Honestly, I love the Soarin' ride. I love anything. Yeah, that'd be a good, dip my toes in the water if I was first getting there. But I also feel like anything with just that, what's it called?
The smells.
Oh, the smells too. But VR, virtual reality.
Yeah.
I know it's not technically VR.
Right.
But the Avatar ride was my favorite
yes, that's
ever.
good. Flight of Passage.
I love, that. And then Soarin', those just are, I love those vibes.
And should we quickly describe the rides that we just said? So explain Big Thunder Mountain.
It's just a little roller coaster. It's so thrilling.
Right.
And I feel like it just brings so much joy. And it's just wow, I'm in Disney.
Yeah. Usually me and Allison have gone on it recently together, and we almost blacked out from laughing.
Yeah, it's
it's just comical.
Yeah, and it's just little bumps.
Yeah, because it's at Disney. It's not a scary big roller coaster.
Yeah.
But it's just it's funny.
Yeah.
The People Mover literally is what it's called. If you don't know it, it just moves you throughout little parts of Magic Kingdom.
It's a little tour.
Going through Space Mountain, I love that. Going through the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, yeah. So if you were first of all, on the People Mover, can you bring a drink and or snacks?
I think
food.
So.
Yeah.
There's no
I don't think you get in trouble for bringing it.
So what would be your guys' ideal drink or well, I guess that's a different topic about the food and the drinks, but what would you have in your hand for a drink and for a food if you're on the People Mover exploring?
No, it has to be from your bag. Something.
Oh, you can't just bring something that you bought. Okay.
No.
Never mind.
You can't bring a tray of food.
No, not a tray.
I think you could probably get away with, which is what I'd probably pick, a Mickey pretzel.
Pretzel.
A Mickey pretzel.
Yep.
And this wouldn't be there, but if somehow I could bring the Beverly soda from... It's disgusting. I understand that.
Beverly soda.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
but
an Epcot.
It's an Epcot. But somehow I could have those. If I only had a minute to spend in Disney, I'd spend it on the People Mover with a Mickey pretzel and the Beverly.
Wow.
That's the perfect minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The soda I disagree with, but I know what you're saying.
It's just like, oh, I was in Disney.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say drink because the food was good, but I just can't think of one specific thing. The drink, I love I mean, it's not really a drink, but like the Dole Whips, like those are so good. Like, and then also the drink that I got at the Avatar, around the Avatar.
The boba.
Land. Yeah, it had like boba in
it's like
it.
green and purple.
Yeah.
Pinkish,
Yeah, I loved that. I feel like that was probably my first time like really having boba. Like popping boba.
Oh, yeah. Like the ones, it's not the tapioca, it's the pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have that as a drink.
Disney Kids mac and cheese will always get me.
Throwback to when we went, Michelle and I went to Disney in 2017 or 18? 2017, I think.
Yeah.
No, it was like
Somewhere
January, so it was like probably 2018.
Yeah.
And we went to get some of the mac and cheese because you really wanted it.
Yeah.
And you ordered 2 and you came over with a tray. So naturally I'm like, oh, she got me one. And I was like about to go, and she wouldn't have said no if I dug in, but I was like, oh, thank you. And you're like, oh no, I got these 2 for myself. And I was like, oh,
Those kids size too.
it's a decent size.
We did just, this is a topic for another day, but we did just talk about how Michelle can put away some food.
Oh yeah.
I don't think people see it coming, but I just love to eat.
Yeah.
I always find a spot and I can eat an endless amount.
Yes.
No, but yeah, I remember.
It is shocking to some.
You know what? I think I was like kind of being like gluten sensitive that trip.
Where
I was like gluten free. I could have eaten it and I would have been fine. I was just in like that little era. And I know some people don't have the choice to say that because they actually have celiac. But like I was in my gluten free era. And I think that it was a good excuse for you to not have to share it with me.
it was.
Because you knew that I was staying away from gluten, and I was like, "Oh, how do I tell her that I can actually have it?" You're like shoving it in my face. I'm like, "All right." Anyways,
Makes me want to right now be eating at Flame Tree Barbecue at Animal Kingdom.
ooh, a good barbecue.
You know what I got there?
What?
Meatloaf.
Huh? That is something you would get.
That has Shelly written on it,
Yeah,
and
mystery-
ketchup and mustard.
This definitely came from like one of the animals
that died.
Safari.
Yeah.
Remember the
really
bison
good.
burger?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel got a bison burger in Disney, thinking it was like a Peter Pan burger, like it wasn't actually bison.
Oh, I love bison.
Yeah, no, she didn't know that.
I
She
used to
loved
get-
it.
I used to strictly get bison. I would get bison over hamburger.
Really?
So yeah, it has a nice taste. This is a
Yeah.
funny thing. I feel like a lot of people saying like Taco Bell has horse meat. What's so funny is I don't think people actually, and sure, some people say it just to be silly, but like if you were actually eating horse meat, that would be very expensive. Like horses are very.
That's true.
They're just not chopping up random horses.
Yeah.
I guess if I had to rank, I like cows more than I like bison, like animal wise.
Animal wise, yeah.
But like, for some reason,
Oh.
the thought of eating a bison scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like honestly, lamb I can barely do. Like someone made
I
it
hate lamb.
or someone had it recently, and like you know what's funny is like consciously I know a deer, lamb, they eat so much more clean than every other animal. It's gonna be a more clean meat. The taste I am like repulsed by. I don't care if you told me that the cow that I'm eating the meat from like ate. No, I do care a little bit if I know that they like ate crap, but like I don't know, like it just like
No, for me, it's like, why did they have to kill the little baby lamb?
that's so true too. That's very true.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hate even
horrible.
thinking about that. Honestly, if I had to live where I had to like hunt my own food, I would be 100% vegan, vegetarian. Maybe not. I don't know. Vegetarian.
No, I'd be vegetarian.
Vegetarian
Yeah.
for sure. And it still makes me really sad if I think about it. I'm not a huge meat eater anyways, but I'm also not against it. High protein.
What is
Great.
it? Pescatarian? They do fish.
They do fish.
I probably would be that.
Yeah.
I can clean up a fish and eat it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
that's
I wouldn't
true.
be butchering any animal.
Heck no. I don't even want to know about. Yeah.
Do that.
No. Okay. Would you rather wait 2 hours for Space Mountain or never ride it again? That's such a ridiculously easy choice.
What's yours?
Wait 2 hours.
Okay, good. Me too.
Absolutely.
I thought you were gonna say never ride it again.
Oh no.
I
I gotta go on
Space Mountain. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, like that's one thing. Might as well not even be in Disney World and not be on Space Mountain. Where I find it funny, Disneyland versus Disney World, how like the rides differ. Splash Mountain, which is now Tiana's Bayou, in Disney World, it's 2 people at most. I would say can sit in those seats.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 if you're smaller people or kids. Disneyland is it's all single seats.
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
like a Space Mountain type of
Mhm.
feel. We got so much more water thrown on us in the single seats than in Disney World. Me and Paul had to go, like, thankfully our hotel was across the street. We had to go put new clothes on.
Yeah.
Like, and the picture is so funny from it. Like, this girl was sitting in front of me. She has these huge fake lashes on. They're way down.
No.
It's hell. And she's like, in the picture, she's like screaming.
Oh,
it's so funny.
my God.
What are your thoughts on ponchos in Disney?
Oh, I think that's fine.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. And Disney, I'm not, my outfit, I'm not trying to, like, embarrass myself with my outfit, but, like, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there
That's
for comfort.
so true.
And, yeah.
You can get away with that. You could be in
I
a
agree.
costume and get away with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I wouldn't wear a poncho anywhere else, but in Disney, I will be in a poncho.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not wearing a poncho just for no reason. Like, it's got to,
Oh, yeah.
rain's got to be on the schedule.
But I'll also,
Yeah.
like, if it's a sunny day and I'm going on Splash Mountain, sometimes I'll put on the poncho if it's in my bag.
Okay. I mean, I can see why you do it. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Michelle just loves a poncho.
I
Also,
love poncho.
in Disneyland, like on the topic of different rides, how the rides compare. Disneyland, like I had mentioned earlier, Pirates of the Caribbean goes through, or the Caribbean, Caribbean, that's how you want to say it, goes through a restaurant. In Disneyland, it does not do that in Disney World, and it's so nice. It's similar, like, for people who know Disney World. It's similar if you've been in the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot. How the Three Amigos, is that what that ride's called? I forget.
Yeah,
that goes to the restaurant. It's literally set up exactly.
That's what I was thinking
same.
of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my husband ate in the
I
Pirates
went there.
like restaurant.
Ooh, the smell of the water.
Yeah.
I remember that specifically.
It's nostalgic. Yeah.
I think I was eating on that ride.
Yeah.
Didn't I pull out like a bag of chips or
It was
like an
apples.
apple? Oh, apples. Yeah. Anyways.
And then in Disney World, you in Animal Kingdom, you have Dinosaur, the ride.
Love.
I like it.
Oh.
It's funny. It's fun. But another ride where it's like, oof, I don't make it over to Dinosaur.
Yeah, I didn't make it the last time I was there, but it's sad to me because it's closing, right?
Yes.
No.
Listen. What they're changing it to is what's in Disneyland, which is they're retheming it to Indiana Jones.
Okay, I loved
I've
that.
gone on, the Indiana Jones one in Disneyland.
Yeah.
So when me and my husband went, they had just released, this was years ago, they had just released Fast Pass. I think this was maybe 2017, maybe 18. They had just released Fast Passes in Disneyland. Disneyland is mostly locals, so none of them were really familiar with how Fast Passes work.
Yeah.
Basically, me and my husband just kept using our phones, pressing the button, and getting in line probably 3 or 4 times. So much more fun. I don't know, like, why, because it's a similar idea, but it's so much more
Dinosaur,
fun.
to me, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I do like to see, like, other people screaming. That's to me.
That's me.
It is scary, especially when it gets to the part where, like, it's just so much, everything's so much closer to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last dinosaur at the end. Even not the last one, the
yeah.
one before it, and it's like right there.
Right there, yeah.
Those are genuine screams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blood curdling.
Yeah.
So there's this one, and it's like right outside of that dinosaur ride, and it's literally just like a little dinosaur coaster. Do you remember that?
We'll go, we go on
Yes.
that ride, yeah.
It's so cute, but when you're in there, you don't feel like you're in Disney for a minute. It's kind of cute. Like, you just feel like you're in like this little other
Like carnival.
world.
Yeah,
Yes, like a carnival vibe. You know what else it reminds me of? In Pee-wee Herman, you know, when he's like on, what is it, like the dinosaur? I don't know. You know, like the dinosaur that they like drive by?
Oh, yeah.
You know
I
what
know
I'm
what you're
talking about?
yeah.
And
In
that
the desert.
Yes, in the desert, and that specific vibe. That's what I felt when I was there too, and that's why I felt like I felt like I was literally in that movie. Like,
So I can't recall exactly why we do it. It definitely started either before me or I was there, but I was not in on the joke. My husband's family, whenever we go, we always ride Triceratops Spin, which is they just go up and down.
It's like Dumbo.
Yes, exactly. And my father-in-law will usually be below watching us, and we scream Larry Bird at him.
It's so fun.
Couldn't tell you why. They probably don't want to do it. I've just started doing it, but yes.
You just do it.
Yeah. Okay, what's the most overrated ride at Disney Park? I'll go first because I already kind of said Jungle Cruise. honestly, you could demolish it. I don't care.
No.
No, I know. I know people will feel differently. That's how I feel.
I kind of get that. A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
That will be, I think that's getting rethemed.
Not that it's overrated, but the mine train.
Yes, I will
Sometimes
agree with that.
I think the line is just way too long for what it is.
For what it is. I totally agree with that. If I'm being honest, I kind of enjoy the queue more than I even enjoy the actual ride.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. When I'm on it too, I feel like my legs are always like jammed in there. Like it's not. I don't.
I'd rather do Thunder Mountain than the mine train.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, the Little Mermaid, that one has a long line. I'd rather do Nemo.
I don't appreciate the line, but that's one ride I have to get on there.
Yeah.
I don't think I had to go on that one because the line
like
was
the ride itself, but I don't like the line.
No,
I'll
I don't
only
like
go
the
if
wait.
there's no line.
Yeah, I won't wait.
But at
45
do you
minutes
know what
for
I mean?
that.
Like, you're better off going on Nemo.
I love
It'd
the
be a tough
outside of it.
decision because they're nowhere. Like they're in different parks.
Yeah.
So if you were only in one of those parks for the day, you'd have to decide if you wanted that type of themed ride, which if you were going to commit to the wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is more so last for the rides. Which ride deserves its own movie?
Ooh, that doesn't already have it.
Right. I think I'm going to go with Expedition Everest.
Oh, that
sure.
Yeah. Okay, mine was similar. I was thinking Disneyland, the Matterhorn.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, similar.
Could be some good movies made out of that.
Yeah.
That material. What I imagine while I'm on the ride.
Yeah. This is so off topic, but I love the Disneyland's Cars ride and area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because it looks like you're really in
I'll never
the
forget
desert.
the mac and cheese in the cone bread bowl.
Yes.
One of the best things I
I
ever
got
ate.
that. That was really good.
I will
So good.
say lands that are themed off of a movie usually have better food.
Yeah. Well, Disneyland in general has way better
Yeah.
food.
Like Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
I feel like in Disney
yeah.
World they put a lot of thought into.
They did.
I think there's a barbecue place opening in there, did
Yeah,
open
It
already.
did.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's like a tater tot thing.
Yeah.
That was good. Disneyland also, they had like a corn dog place. It was so good.
I'm trying to think of what else I got there. I actually feel like I got a good amount of stuff that day.
Yeah, the corn dog and the cone mac and cheese was
I definitely got the mac and
amazing.
cheese. Yeah.
If you were to never have one again, this is an easy choice for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you were never to have one of these three again, which would it be? Churros, Dole Whip, or turkey legs?
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg.
Yeah, turkey leg easily.
But I do love a turkey leg. But now and then.
yeah.
Mm.
What's your go-to Disney park food hack?
Getting 2 mac and cheeses.
I would say a hack probably revolves around Epcot. And I would say it's a rookie mistake to get more than one thing or anything that could be considered a meal at one specific place there.
Yes.
Like you are going to go buy something else and you are going to want to eat it.
Yeah.
And you're eventually not going to have any room. So you might as well just, even though there's multiple things maybe on the menu from a certain pavilion that you're like, ooh, I want that and that. Just pick the one. And when you get to the next pavilion, you'll find something else you want.
Yeah. Don't stuff yourself at one.
No.
Yeah.
Especially when they're having like the food and wine or a flower and garden
Yeah.
or the art one. Those are going to have specialty foods.
Yeah.
Just control yourself.
Can I just say I love Figment?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I'm a big Figment girl.
Mm.
I think I have a picture with Figment. I used to religiously wear a tie-dye Figment shirt.
I have one too.
Oh.
It's purple.
Yes.
He's on it. And he's like jumping out.
Yes.
We have to wear it.
Oh, I'll find mine.
Figgy. Oh, I have a Disney hack, but nothing specifically with the food. This isn't really a hack. It was probably just stupid of me because we went in like January when we went, and it was actually really cold. So when we were in Japan and Epcot, I went and I bought a bathrobe to wear, and I wore it around the park. I wore like a Hello Kitty bathrobe, or
Yeah.
Versus just getting a sweatshirt. You
Yeah.
needed the full body warmth.
I wore a bathrobe, like it was just like a little red bathrobe with a Hello Kitty hood, and then I tied that.
So you were in Epcot and you were in Japan, you said?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
and I just wore it on all the rides around the park.
That's
I still have it.
She worked on Test Track.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a little frightening.
Yeah.
Could go awry.
I know. Imagine it.
Yeah. Eating at Disney actually part of the magic or just overpriced chaos?
Part of the
Definitely part
magic.
of the magic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, if you're already there, you know.
This is the thing. If you're going and you really love Disney World, you want to go and you have to be on somewhat of a budget. I totally get that. Yeah, you can't be eating every meal there. But for people who are just like on principle, like, oh, I'm not paying this overpriced, then
You have to
go
know
home.
what you're getting yourself into.
No,
and the
if
food
you-
is part of it.
If you decide to go to Disney, you need to have accepted what it costs before you get on the plane, before you hit book. If you think you're going to go there on a budget, don't complain.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You can't go on a budget and then complain. This is so expensive. Yes, it is. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Which Disney character do you irrationally dislike? And I almost feel like we've kind of already touched on this, but like, which Disney character like could you see around the park and you maybe could just like possibly punch in the face, even though you know it's not that actual character, but you just dislike them.
I don't know why, but the first person that came to mind was Buzz Lightyear.
Oh,
I don't know why. I don't know why, but it was just his face popped up.
Probably because he's not like nice to him. Maybe is he nice to him?
Oh,
You're
I
in
don't
love with
know.
him.
You're right. I think for me, it's like I don't know. The costume, like he doesn't look like a toy. Like you know.
Oh, interesting. I haven't actually seen her around many times, and I don't know if she's there. I just know this is a Disney character who I just really strongly dislike. The redheaded girl from
Brave.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's a bad person. She's a bad person.
I've never seen it, but I could agree. Like,
She's
I
not
think I was already
great.
annoyed by this.
She's
trailer.
rude. She's mean to her mommy. There's no lower low.
Yep.
Okay, I wouldn't meet her.
I won't ruin the theme. She's some really messed up stuff happens to her mom because she's a bad person.
Wow.
What's so brave about her?
Yeah, it's not brave.
Different word for that.
Yeah. Poor Buzz Lightyear did nothing. He just came to mind.
Yeah. What's your earliest Disney memory?
Ooh.
This pops right into my head. I can give mine if you guys are thinking.
I don't know if I can think of a specific one, but just the things in Epcot. Remember the masks you could make and like stamp them and color them in each country? Did you do that?
No.
And it was on a stick and it was a mask.
No.
You could color them and do the stamps. I remember that.
Oh, interesting. Mine is I was very young. I want to venture to say maybe I was 4, maybe even a little younger. And it's a very specific vision in my head. I remember nothing else really about the trip except this, driving and seeing the Swan and Dolphin, which funny enough is not even a Disney hotel, but it is.
Yeah.
And I just if I think back, I can see looking up and seeing the statues from the Swan and Dolphin Hotel.
Ooh, yeah.
I remember that being like, oh, I'm in Disney.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh. So one thing that I remember, and if you guys can tell me where this is, because I don't know exactly where in the park it is, but an earliest memory is like the blue hat, like the big blue hat.
Oh yeah.
Where is that?
Well, now it's Hollywood Studios, but it was
Oh.
MGM.
Yeah.
The blue hat. Mickey's blue hat.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's just picturing a cowboy hat. I'm like, I have no
I
idea what you
know.
guys are
Yeah.
talking about. Okay. Yeah.
The big blue hat, and then walking around with my autograph book.
I also remember, you know, in Epcot outside of Figment, and they have those like water splash
Oh
pads?
yeah.
I remember stepping into them and we all got soaked.
Yeah. Would you rather be stuck in It's a Small World for 3 hours or ride Tower of Terror 10 times in a row?
Tower of Terror.
Yeah. Because I could just get used to the
Ooh,
motion of
yeah.
Tower of Terror. I'd get out of the boat and punch one of those dolls in the face.
I'd want. Yeah.
How long to be in It's a Small World?
3 hours.
Versus
Or ride Tower of Terror 10 times.
Honestly, yeah, because I feel like Tower of Terror is like never long enough.
I love Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have enough time to think about this one, but it's interesting. If you could make your own Disney park, what would the theme be?
Oh, mine would be underwater.
Okay. That sounds fun. There's certain there's certain like vibes of that. I think in
Yeah.
Disneyland they have that submarine that goes under.
Yes.
I think mine would be very like space. Like,
Ooh.
I'd like some anti-gravity experiences.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mhm.
And then for me, like, I just love the Avatar area so much. Like, I love feeling like you're just in the movie.
Turn her into one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love the banshees. I love.
So we never touched on actually you describing Flight of Passage.
Oh yeah. It was so good. Like the smells and just like the smell of like that fresh water, and then it just felt like so real, and I loved it.
Well, I'll say this. I first of all I personally think I enjoy the theming of Pandora.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy the theming of that
Yes.
land actually over Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
But
feel the same.
I feel
I want
think
more.
Also, I love plants. There's so many plants.
Yes.
I just love it.
It really feels like you're lost in
Yes.
Pandora.
Yes.
Oh.
And then Flight of Passage. So to describe it for the people who've never been on it, you are basically on. It's motorcycle-esque.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You're sitting on
You're straddling.
Yeah, straddling a motorcycle-esque type of thing. You're in a
forgot that.
row. Yes, you're in a row with other people. And they strap you in really tight onto this motorcycle. What I find because there's like certain things that are illusions, sure. And like illusions are cool. But this is actually like moving.
Yeah.
And so you're looking at a screen, you have glasses on, right? Yeah, you have glasses.
Yeah.
On. Looking at a screen, you have glasses on, and you're like basically riding what they call a banshee. That part is so cool, but occasionally I'll like I feel like it's like looking at the groom versus the bride on the wedding day when the bride was. I turn around.
Me too.
And look, and so you put your stuff. You're not allowed to have anything with you. When you're on. Yeah, yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
So you look. So you.
This analogy, I am so confused.
So you put your stuff away in like these little cubbies because you're not allowed to have anything on you. Like you shouldn't even have your phones
Yeah.
on you.
It could fall off the
It
banshee.
could fall off the banshee.
Because also the banshee, you're feeling it breathe.
Yes,
It's a whole
experience.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
gosh.
You think like, and if you've ever been on Soarin', it's similar. Like you're coming up off the ground. Like if you have flip flops on, like those things can fall off.
Yeah.
On Flight of Passage, I'll turn around and like our cubbies, because you don't expect it because they distract you with the sparkly screen.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you look back, your cubby is like in another room.
Wait, yes.
You're
Like,
moving so
You
much.
moved all the way away from in the beginning you're in one room.
Wait, that's
that-
so true.
That floor and everything actually moves away. So for a part of the ride, whereas normal people would be looking at the screen, and I'm sitting there in awe that my
Yeah.
cubby is so far away from me when it was
Ashley-
right behind me.
I'm so happy you
Okay.
said this. I did
Okay.
the exact
Yeah, you just turn
I
around,
did
and then like occasionally you look up, you can see
Yeah.
people in other rooms.
Yes. Yes.
Where that you couldn't see them
What?
before.
Yes.
Yes.
The fact that like as you're moving down, because I think one of the parts was like you're going down and then you're kind of like skimming the water. The fact that like in that motion you also are actually moving that far and at that speed that you would be.
Right.
Like that's what makes it feel
Yes.
so
I
real.
always scream when the whale comes up.
Oh yeah.
That
To
is great.
say
I'm like,
that
eat me.
it's like looking at the groom. That was beautifully said. Let me
Oh,
just say that.
Thank you.
That's what got me
It
like that
was-
visual.
It was so perfectly.
Thank
said.
you. And so I think we're coming to an end of this episode, but I do just have to say this. I feel like we should give some credit to this is awful. The Star Wars ride.
The Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to, before we end, we need to give some credit to Rise of the Resistance
Yeah.
and Star Wars land in general. It's a
Yeah.
very nice themed land.
No, it is.
Rise of the Resistance, though, there are certain things that I'm like, I can't really put my finger on how they just did that. But like, there's certain things like you go on something or you're looking at something, you're like, oh, after a while looking at it, you're like, okay, I know how they did that.
Yeah.
There's certain things where I'm like, how did that just happen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't wrap my mind around
Yeah.
it.
And that ride, I'd recommend it to anyone who's like, oh, I'm going to Disney World. What should I do? If I just think, let me
Yeah.
give these people like the top hitters, Flight of Passage is on there. rides is on there. Those are like, rides that you'll enjoy. Well, so this is the thing.
I
If
know,
they're
I'm
not
kidding.
Disney people,
Yeah, no,
some of these rides that we
Some
named.
people just don't get Figment.
So for me and my husband and like my other like our family that goes with us, we're going on every ride.
Yeah.
We're going like not some
Yeah.
of the kid rides like Dumbo.
Yeah.
If I don't get on that, whatever.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, we're going on every ride.
Yeah.
So there's people who just don't appreciate that. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it for tonight.
Hiya, kids. That was so good.
That was actually
Wait, don't do that again.
I don't think I could. I think Mickey just took over
Came
my
out.
body in that
Yeah.
moment. Yeah.
All right, everyone. That's it for this episode. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Little Sisters, Big Opinions, the podcast of stories, chaos, and spilling the tea, because no one's safe when you're the last of three.